look, if you've got a business, brick and mortar, online, it doesn't matter. You should be on social media. The thing is, it's the content that you're putting out, but it's also really important that it gets views, that it actually gets seen, right? A lot of people are posting on Facebook, posting on Instagram, posting on YouTube, but you guys aren't getting traction. You need to understand how the algorithms work. You need to make the algorithm your best friend. You need to be in bed with the algorithm. You need to have sex with the algorithms. That's the bottom line, all right? So I want to talk to you guys, regardless of your business, your brand. I don't care if it's B2B, business to consumer. I really don't give a shit. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I want to just talk to you guys about what works from one platform to the other, what you kind of have to switch up, when you can and cannot sort of take a piece of content and put it from Instagram over to YouTube, Facebook, vice versa, when you can get away with that, when you can't. So all in this video, I want to break that down. I'll talk to you guys about ads as well. My company, we currently spend $40,000 to $70,000 a month on advertising to a cold market, and it's profitable for us. I do believe in working the deal until they buy or die. I believe that's what this shirt says. I think that's what this one says. So let's get into it, okay? Here's the thing is, you've got 2.3, this is why you need to be on YouTube. You've got 2.3 billion people on YouTube. It's the largest video search engine in the world, and you can also advertise on Google through YouTube, okay? Instagram currently is about 1.2 billion people. Obviously, some of that population is the same, not all of it. And then Facebook has 2.7 billion people, which is like 35% of the Earth's population. So there's a lot of people on here. Here's the thing, Facebook is a networking platform, and outside of networking, the only way you get any sort of reach on Facebook is if you pay for ads. Now, on Instagram and YouTube, if you put out the right type of content, if it has a high ratio of click-through rate to impressions, it can go viral, it will go viral, and YouTube and Instagram will put that type of content in front of the audiences that it knows has liked, engaged, commented, saved, content like that in the past, okay? So with Facebook, if you want to get something to go viral, this is what I'm gonna tell you, okay? If you're posting, always have a picture accompanied with a copy. Always. Don't just have a copy, blah, 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 blah. Today I did this, if you want to make money online, if you're looking for a real estate agent. No, like take a picture and associate it with a copy, okay? Always have a hook as well, because the first like 3-4 lines get seen, and then you have to click that little see more tab on Facebook. And most people don't do that. So have a hook, have a bold claim to fame, have some sort of hook in it, all right? I had a post that I was like, everybody that tells you making money online is easy and there's a 4-step process. Let me tell you something. All the gurus making millions of dollars per year, do you really think that they're giving you all the information? Especially for free or for $9.97 or something? No, there's some secret sauce that they're not teaching you, all right? The guys at the top keep some information. We're good at manipulating. We're good at going, look, this is what I want the prospect to know. I'm gonna keep this until they pay me $6 grand, $20,000, $30,000, right? So let's break it down. Making money online is not so simple. To get to the point where you're making 7 figures, 8 figures per year and beyond, there's an infinite amount of money to be spent. You have teams, you have employees, you have marketing directors, you have people making funnels, email lists. You spend hundreds of thousands of dollars without a return sometimes. There's trials, there's tribulations, there's things that happen. So yes, to break the ice, making money online is not that easy. And if you're listening to the 17-year-old that's saying, hey, I used to do this, I'm a high school dropout, and here I am renting a Lamborghini, and you can do this too with my 3-step simple process, it's bullshit. There's a little bit of a cycle in between to learn. There was hard work, there was stuff that you didn't see. Social media, people are giving you the 0.1% of the top 1% of the content that they want you to see because they want you to think that that is what their life looks like, okay? So the point is, I had a hook in that and had a good picture. Went viral, a lot of people commented, a lot of people shared. So you want to get good at copywriting and you want to accompany whatever you post on Facebook with a picture. Now here's how to get something on Facebook to go viral. And same goes for a video. If I'm doing this video, I need to have a hook, I need to say something bold in here, I need to have humor, I need to have transitions, whatever. When you're doing Facebook Live, you got to keep engagement up. So you want to have a hook, you want to have a good copy so people can read it and actually want to, based on what they read, click and watch your Facebook Live, all that stuff. Now when I make posts on Facebook, I always have a call to action because I want to drive comments. And anytime I get a comment on a Facebook post, I reply to that comment. Do not ever post links on a Facebook post. Facebook looks at that, and anytime you put a link on a Facebook post, they just go, somebody's trying to promote some shit, we're not gonna show it, okay? So do not ever put links on a post. Instead, have a call to action that makes people wanna comment. You reply to that comment, I will message you. Sent, just messaged you, okay? The more people you get to comment, the more you reply, the more viral this post is gonna go. Make sure you have a public profile, don't be private, all right? And that way, it's going to populate in front of the people that follow or are friends with the people that commented on it. And it just keeps going, it just keeps going. This is where you can drive 200, 400, 500 comments on a Facebook post. Now, Facebook is for manual networking, all right? That's where you're trying to attract people to you, and then you manually gotta work leads by hand. When you go to bed, your business is down, all right? But I believe in run ads and grind. While other people are just running ads or just grinding, have a perpetual system and be doing the hard labor yourself, okay? So that's Facebook. Now, the only other way to have reach on Facebook is to pay for it. You have a Facebook page, you ain't gonna get shit for reach. You're just not, okay? Profile, you'll get more engagement. But the reality is, if you wanna reach an infinite audience and you wanna have leverage, you need to run ads on Facebook. So there's Facebook, boom, done. Now, what I will say is, Instagram content can be put on Facebook, but Facebook content can't necessarily be put on Instagram to appeal in a positive way to the algorithm, okay? So it's like one of those things, what is it? A square is a rectangle's not a square, or bullshit, whatever, the other way around. I didn't go to college. I don't know anything about what I'm talking to you about right now, okay? And then Instagram. Instagram content, if it goes viral on Instagram, what I'm saying is it can do well on Facebook, but not the other way around, okay? So Instagram, you know, you've probably heard a lot of stuff about Instagram before. I've got 109,000 followers on Instagram. I've had my account for a couple of years now. I've spent a lot of time, in content. I spent a tremendous amount of time making content, planning content, analyzing data, looking at patterns, all that good stuff. I hope you guys are finding this video valuable so far. In a little bit, I'll tell you the things that are producing me the highest ROI on my time, on my money, on my energy, and I believe they will be the same for you as well, okay? So, Instagram. First of all, make sure you're using every single angle that you can on Instagram, okay? And don't ever be like, well, how much content should I post, Ben? Like, what's the most, like, what can I do? No, post around the damn clock all the time and get as much as you can out there. What I'm trying to address is the problem that a lot of you guys may have is like, you're posting tons of content, ain't nobody seeing it. Nobody's seeing it, okay? So on Instagram, you have stories. I'm gonna move this down a little bit lower. We'll get to ads in a little bit here. You have stories on Instagram, okay? And with stories, you can make videos. You can put pictures on there. You can run polls. You can have quizzes. You can ask questions, okay? You can have the slide feature. I like to use all of these elements on stories to create micro commitments, okay? Maybe you're a car salesman. When you're on the test drive, you're saying things like, brakes feel good, don't they? Customer's gonna reply, yes, steering feels good, doesn't it? The leather quality is really nice, isn't it? Yes, it is. These are called micro commitments. They develop mental ownership for the person that is test driving your product or test driving your service or opting into your sales funnel. I like to create micro commitments on Instagram stories because when I'm like, hey, do you want my mentorship program for $997? And I have a no option, I have a yes option, I'll usually put no, I don't like success. And then I put like a heck yes. And all the people that answer heck yes on the poll, I'm gonna DM them. I'm gonna work leads in DMs, okay? A lot of people seem to think that, oh, if I just post good content, people will come to you. No, they have no reason to come to you because they have no fucking idea who you are, okay? So show them you care by reaching out to the damn person that votes on your poll and engage them in conversation, work your deal and close them. Work the deals, all right? Does this shirt say work the deal till they buy or die? I think that's what this one is, all right? Because I firmly believe in that. Work the deal until they buy or die. Anything short of that is a disgrace to your industry. You should work on closing deals, building relationships until the customer frickin' buys or they drop dead. That's what I believe, okay? Don't ever try to buy something from me because I promise you if you do, I ain't gonna let go, all right? Okay, so you wanna use all your features. That's stories. Now on the feed, you can use picture, you can use video. It has to be less than 59 seconds. I don't know if that's the less than sign, I can't remember. It's been a while since I've been in school. Don't have formal education, don't even have a degree, okay? I read a book about all this, okay? Picture, video, carousel. You wanna have carousels. I like to tell stories through my carousels. I really like to tell stories. So I will create like a 10-slide carousel. Right now, presently, you can use 10 slides. I'll create a 10-slide carousel and I'll basically tell a story through it. Carousels are my most saved content. It's where I realize people are saving my carousel so they can refer back to it. So I always make sure my signature's on there, my name is plastered all over it. I talk in my carousels as if like first person, I think it's called first person, where like my graphics, for example, here's one right here. My graphics will show like a story being told. I'll talk about how, for example, in California, how far $500,000 goes. Average cost of living in California is $86,000 a year. Average cost of living in the United States is like $53,000 a year. If you live in California and you're in the top income bracket, basically you suck because it's socialism and you will keep half of your income, which is basically poverty in my opinion, okay? And so I literally will talk like in first person as if I am talking. So I'm like, so what I would do is I would recommend not living in California. I don't live in California. I actually live in, Idaho, where I have lesser income tax and a better quality of life. And I have my business registered here, so I get tax incentives, blah, 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 blah. And my content becomes what we would call inimitable, okay? Inimitable. It's hard to replicate, it's hard to copy. If people steal it, still got my name stamped all over it. People try to repost it, I'm tagged on it, it's gonna be attributed to me always, okay? Instagram wants you to use all their features. They got IGTV as well, longer frame videos. What you can get away with here is you cannot take YouTube content, post to Instagram. First of all, YouTube content is wide frame, like this board, all right? Instagram content is 1:1 or 4:5, okay? So you cannot take a wide frame YouTube video and have it work for Instagram. If you try to do that, you need to trim it down to 59 seconds where you convey a point, and you need to fit it and format it correctly with a thumbnail that is 1:1, so when people are scrolling through your profile, it appears 1:1, then after they start playing the video, maybe it's, wide frame. You gotta make it fit though, and you have to convey a point inside 59 seconds, okay? The longer videos can go on IGTV, and you can simply make it where people are, instead of watching like this, they're going like this, and they're watching the video this way. Then you can get away with posting YouTube videos to IGTV. Now there's this thing called hashtags. Everybody's got an opinion on hashtags. Here's the thing. Don't post hashtag business-minded, entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, cars, car sales, salesmanship, sales 101, online marketing, marketing online, social media branding. These are all giant freaking hashtags that everybody and their mom and their dead grandma have used. Your chances of ranking for a big hashtag, very, very, very little. Little to none, okay? Staircase it. It's called staircase. Everybody knows what a staircase is, okay? Unless you're handicapped and you got a single level double wide home, maybe you're not familiar with what a staircase is. I know I'm sarcastic. All right, done with the humor. You want to staircase it. So for example, you can use 30 hashtags. You can use 30 hashtags on Instagram. Don't use all 30 because when you use 30, Instagram's trying to know, okay, what's this dude posting content about? What the fuck does this woman want? Okay, what is this piece of content? And if you give them 30 hashtags, they're like, shit, we don't know what they want to rank for. It's confusing. So use hashtags that are relevant to your post and then relevant to your niche, your brand message, okay? And then you want to staircase them. What I mean by this is, here's hashtags that have been used 5,000 times. Here's hashtags that are maybe 10K, around 10K, plus or minus. Here's hashtags that are, let's say 50K, okay? 100K, 500K, and then YouTube, 1 million plus. What I want to do is I want to use maybe 5 hashtags that have been used 5,000 times, okay? A little bit less competitive. Maybe I'll use 5 hashtags that are 10,000. Maybe I'll use 2 here, 1 here, and 1 here, okay? So that way I've got what, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, like 16 hashtags here. I'm hedging my odds. My chances for ranking for a hashtag that's been used millions of times is slim to none, especially with new users joining by the thousands every single minute on Instagram. But I can hedge it because what if I actually rank for 2 to 3 of these hashtags, okay, that might have 10K, 50K, maybe 5K uses. I'm increasing my odds. Okay. Second thing, when it makes sense, use location tags. I live in Eagle, Idaho. Sometimes I'll tag Eagle, sometimes Boise, sometimes Meridian, because this is where I am. okay? So those are things that make sense with content. Understand that pictures can't be watched, only videos can. So if you have a business where you're selling, which is basically any business in the entire world, understand that you can relay and convey points so much more in video than you can in picture. And so I try to articulate thoughts extremely well inside 59 seconds or less, so I can get a really good video out and teach some people some shit, make them become a loyal, dedicated follower to my brand, and ultimately have them do business with me, okay? Third thing that I'll mention about Instagram, I don't know if this is the third thing or the 59th thing or whatever, but I work deals infinitely in my Instagram DMs. And my Instagram direct messenger makes me, I'd say $30,000 a month minimum. 1, because I do have a product / service to sell. 2, I'm a damn good salesman. 3, I will work the deal till they buy or die. And 4, I'm just constantly following up. I'm constantly following up in my Instagram DMs. Micro commitments, okay? Now YouTube, all right? And I hope that you guys are finding value in this. I really appreciate all. I see a lot of people that are like brand new into the online entrepreneurship space that are in the mentorship program. See a lot of people that need help with social media and are trying to figure out like what to do, what type of content to make, what colors to use, how or when or what they should post, and just complete newbies. So for those of you that are either completely green, or maybe you have a business that's at a 7 or an 8-figure level, but your social media game sucks, this video is for you, all right? So I hope that you can pull some value from this. YouTube, I love YouTube, okay? YouTube is one of my favorite platforms because it gives me the opportunity to actually teach and provide value. Now, I'll just give you a little synopsis of YouTube in the next like 2-3 minutes here and kind of break down the topic. So on YouTube, you ultimately, your thumbnail, it's the very first thing that people see, okay? Your thumbnail. Now, typically thumbnails do not need to have keywords in them. Your thumbnail will usually have more of like a clickbaity sort of text. Let me give you an example of this. I teach a lot of people how to make money on Instagram. How to make money on Instagram is a keyword. That would be in my title. My thumbnail might say something like $1,000 / day, like $1,000 per day, parentheses, new method, highlighted. That's not really a keyword. It's more of a clickbaity, like, oh my gosh, I'm kind of curious what's going on, okay? So thumbnails, you want to have a type of thumbnail that would result in a high click-through rate. So what happens is YouTube puts your videos out there, and there's like, let's just say there's, you know, you and like 10 other people that have all made videos on this particular subject, and this is your thumbnail right here. YouTube's gonna give all this new content that's been posted on your subject fair game. But what's gonna happen is YouTube's looking at which one of these are people clicking on the most. That's step 1. So you wanna have a thumbnail that has a high CTR to impression ratio, click-through rate to impression ratio, okay? And then from there, what they're looking at is duration, all right, duration. How long are people sticking on these videos? So let's say that this video, can you guys see this? All right, let's say that this video is 5 minutes, this is 10 minutes, this is 15 minutes, this is 5 minutes, this is 10 minutes, okay? Let's just assume that the top 3 videos end up having a higher click-through rate. YouTube's now got a positive bias towards these videos. It's gonna choose to show them to more people and suggest them to more people. What happens from here is, let's say that your video, right here is a 10-minute video and it gets watched for 4 minutes, so 40%. This guy's video gets watched for, let's say his gets watched for 5 minutes, and this guy's gets watched for 2.5 minutes, okay? Which video did the best? You guys might be thinking, well, this one because it got watched the most. No, this one only had a 35% watch duration because people watched, 33%. People watched 33% of the video. So no, all right? Yours had a 40%. This guy's was the shortest, but people watched it for 50% of the time, all right? So he won. This one will outrank yours. So what you wanna do in YouTube videos is good thumbnail. Make sure that you've got do keyword research. You can use a tool like vidIQ. It's a Google Chrome extension. I would suggest that you guys pay the $49 a month version, and that way you get some like SEO sort of metrics and you can do a little bit more research on that. Keyword in the title. A lot of times things like putting parentheses or dashes, 2020, new method, are shown to just have a higher click-through rate. You want a good thumbnail that's kind of got clickbaity sort of text, and then you have to have a hook in the video. That hook can be something that you're saying, or it can be something that you're doing, okay? You can play around with whatever you want to do there, but I'll usually have a hook. I'll be comical, I'll be doing something completely random, or I'll say something that just drives people. That's like how to make money on Instagram, even if you're brand new, even if you have no following, whether you are black, white, Asian, Mexican, 67 years old, or have the IQ of a penguin, how to make money on Instagram, all in this video. Okay, like that hooked, and it's like, even you guys watching this, you're like, why the heck would you even say that, Ben? That's weird, all right? Gets people to hook. And then I talk about what I'm gonna be showing in the video, okay? Today, guys, you're gonna learn the 3 tips to making money online, and by the end of this video, you're gonna have every single action that you need to take and things you can implement starting today to be able to make money online. Make money online is my key word, all right? I mentioned it a couple times. YouTube listens to what you're saying. My description, I wanna have my keyword in there. My tags should be my keyword and related to my keyword. I know this is a bunch of information here, but if you're like, my gosh, I haven't learned this, nobody's taught me this before, exactly. These are the things that you need to learn if you want to be able to take your content. As the problem I talked about in the beginning of this video, you're publishing content, but nobody's seeing it, all right? You need more eyes on your offers, okay? What helps with YouTube videos, and I would do this in this video to show you guys, but what helps in YouTube videos is transitions, okay? So honestly, even if you're recording the video and you make a mistake, it's okay. Cut it out because it changes the frame. It recaptures people's attention. You ever seen good like interviews where there's 2 camera angles? That's good as well. Good audio, good lighting. These are all things. Maybe you're comical. Maybe you screen share and you have something pop up. Maybe you refer to something and something pops into the screen. All these are engaging features. And then you plug your video along. You want to string people along, provide them value, and then tell them, like, in a little bit here, don't go anywhere, because in a couple minutes, I'm gonna give you my biggest secret, and I can't believe very few people are doing this, biggest secret on how to make money online in 2020. Then you keep going, you keep teaching, and you're like, oh my gosh, in a couple minutes, he's gonna share. It'll help pull people along to get that duration up so your video can rank more. And the other reason why I love YouTube, if I didn't mention this, is because I can develop a relationship so much more on YouTube because people are cultured to watching 5, 10, 15-minute videos compared to a 7-second video or 36-second video on Instagram. Now, all platforms are very important to me. I'm just saying that I find a lot of income in YouTube because people have been cultured to go in there to learn and sit there and listen for 5, 10, 15 minutes and become educated. That's the nature of the platform. That's why I really love it, okay? Now, ads. I told you that we would talk about ads here, so let me zoom this in just a little bit. Hey everybody, how you guys doing? All right, so I hope you guys can see all this in the video. Here's another thing. I have videographers and I have editors because I don't like doing that shit. So I have people for that. I just don't have people tonight for that, right? So here's, because this is kind of out of the whim. I don't normally do this. Ads, run ads, spend some damn money, okay? Now, cold traffic's the ultimate test, obviously. If you have a sales process where you can take somebody that's completely cold and has never freaking heard of you before and turn them into a buyer, that's the ultimate test. Now, that's what I believe your aim should be. Okay, you want to be able to have a sustainable business that can take somebody completely cold, turn them into a customer, all right? And then you want to spend money on retargeting. All the people that stopped anywhere short of buying, you want to retarget them. Saw offer, didn't buy, opted in, didn't attend your webinar, went to this certain part of your site, didn't go past it, didn't add to cart, didn't initiate checkout, retarget, retarget, retarget. Incentivize them to get them farther into the sales process, okay? But with ads, you can retarget your subscribers on YouTube. You can retarget your views. So in other words, if you have 10,000 minutes of viewing on your YouTube channel, that could be from 11,000, 20,000, 30,000 different people. And you can place ads only in front of those people that have watched a second to 6 minutes to 11 of your YouTube videos. You can do the same thing with Facebook and Instagram, where you retarget people that have visited your Facebook business page in the last 7, 30 days, 365 days, people that have engaged on any one of your posts on Instagram in the last 30 days, 6 days, 72 days, 9 days, whatever the case may be. And then you can hone it down from there where it's like, for example, let me show you guys, okay? Here is a beach cruiser, okay? If I took a picture of this beach cruiser and posted it on Instagram, this is, I built this for my girlfriend actually. It was really cool. It was like brand new, tore it down, powder coated it a couple custom colors, put the basket on it so the dog could go in it, all that good stuff. I could take a picture of this beach cruiser. I could post it on Instagram. I could retarget the people that engaged on this particular post. And then I could make it even, because say I own a bike company where I sell bikes. I love this, okay? I can post this on my Instagram, and I can go over to the Facebook Ads Manager and tell Facebook, hey, I want you to run this ad in front of people that engaged on my Instagram profile in the last 7 days, this being one of those pictures, and I can make that audience. And then in the targeting, what I can do is I can go, now, Facebook, only put it in front of people that have expressed an interest in bicycles, bikes, beach cruisers, Huffy, a brand of a bike, that are between this age and this age in this location. And now they're only targeting people that have already consumed my content, ice is broken, that are damn for sure interested in bikes or bicycle enthusiasts. So if you're sitting here and you're like, well, every time I spend money on ads, it doesn't work, okay? Either your product literally sucks, which is probably not likely. Even bad products sell all the time, okay? It's probably just understanding the infinite amount of resources that you have available to you in Facebook Ads Manager, in Google AdWords to be able to advertise on Google, YouTube, all that stuff. So appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, if I can help with anything, drop it in the comments below. I will answer you. I will reply to every comment. You have my word. Let me know what I can do for you, and I hope this helps you 10x your business.